Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about a songwriting app that I recently found called Song, made by Mutual Noise. This app is seriously the Swiss Army knife of songwriting apps. You can add notes, chord progressions, voice memos, and everything is organized into one app. Everything is easily accessible and labeled, and you can edit things on the go and change it how you please. I've had a lot of fun playing around with this app, and I'm actually going to try to write a song for you guys in real time just to show you how easy it is to use this app. I'm just going to show you around the app real quick just so that we can get familiar with all of the aspects of it. So when you open up the app, the first thing you see is your songs. It shows the first 5 songs that you've worked on recently. You can hit view all songs. As you can see, I don't have that many, but there are a few in there. And then if you go to notes, you can see again the last 5 that you were working on, hit view all notes. As you can see, I really enjoy using the quick notes. Just a regular note-taking app. We have recordings, which I don't really use that often, but it is really nice to just have it all in one spot. Then we have the community tab, some resources, and a chord library that you can check out and explore. Alright, so when you open up the app, obviously you probably want to be creating a new song, so you're going to hit create new, and as you can see it pulls up a couple options: recording, note, song, and progression. I'm going to hit create song, and you can see it pulls up a list of keys, and you can either have major or minor, obviously. I'm going to name this song something random, and go ahead and create song. Alright, the song has no progression, so let's fix that. You can hit add progression and it'll take you into where you'll probably be doing your most work. There's a huge list of all sorts of chords, starting with your basic major and minor chords, getting a little more jazzy as you go down. So when you've decided on the chord that you want to start your progression with, you can go ahead and tap that, and then it'll pull up a bunch of options. Depending on the chord, there will be a different amount of options. And as you can see, there's a basic C shape. You can tap it and it'll play you an example. There's a C shape with a low E note in it, which just sounds a little bit different. So there are all sorts of flavors of chords that are available to you, which is super awesome with songwriting because it can introduce you to chord shapes that you didn't even know existed. Alright, so I actually know what chord I want to start my progression with. So I'm going to go ahead and hit look up, and I'm going to type in D, and it pulls up all my options for D. And I'm going to scroll down to the minor add 9 chords, and as you can see there's D minor add 9 and A minor add 9. I'm going to go ahead and pick D minor add 9, and I'm going to go with this shape. I'm not going to play it exactly like that. I'm going to remove that low note on the E string. Alright, so I have my first chord in the progression, and I feel like I'm going to go with C major, the 1 chord next. I'm going to go ahead and add another D minor add 9, and then I'm also going to add a D major, which isn't technically in the key of C, but you know, we can break rules if we want to. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to look up, and I'm going to type in D major. And as you can see, there are no results for that in C major, so I'm going to go to search all keys, and I can go to any key that I want that has this. I'm going to go to D major because it's right there, and I'm going to go ahead and select the first version of that and click add. So now this D major is in our chord progression, but I wanted to add a D minor add 9 before that, so I'm going to go ahead and hit restructure, and I'm going to duplicate this D minor add 9. I'm going to set it right before that D major. So far we have D minor add 9, C major, D minor add 9, and D major. And if I want to see these chords close up, I can hit practice, and that'll bring up a bigger version of these chords. So that's what we have so far. I'm going to say that's probably good for an intro, like I feel pretty happy with that. So I'm going to go to settings, and I'm going to hit progression name, and I'm going to name it intro. As you can see, it's already in the song for this video. Alright, so now that I have that in the song, I'm going to go back, I'm going to hit record and make a little recording of this just so that we can remember the idea that we had in a moment in case we want to come back to it later. So you could just go ahead and hit record and play your part just like regular voice memo, but then you can add it to whatever progression you have already. Alright, so I can title this as my intro and I can save that. So it was saved, I can play that back if I want to. And then I can go back into the intro progression that we have, go to settings, and now I can assign that recording. Okay, so now I have the intro progression done, and I also have the intro recording done, so I can go ahead and hit add progression and continue on with probably the first verse. I think I'm going to start with a major fourth chord, but I don't want just a regular F major, so I'm going to go ahead and scroll down. I think I'm going to go with an F major seventh, and I really like playing this first version here, so I'm going to go ahead and add that. So that's that chord. If you're struggling to find out where to go next, or you just can't find any chords that you think sound particularly interesting, there's this awesome feature where you can go to get some ideas for some new chords. So you can go ahead and hit filter, and then you'll see, obviously you can filter the different types of chords that is shown in the list. You can have the basic major, minor, and seventh chords, or all 21 chords with more jazz kind of shapes. Or you can hit fast inspiration, which generates a list of 14 chords for your choosing. Let's add a jazzy chord, you know, just spice things up a little bit. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and generate another list, see what we got here. I think that's pretty good for a first verse, so I'm going to go ahead and save that. So we can go ahead and play this and see what we have so far. I'm just going to hit practice song, and as you can see it pulls up the two progressions that we already have. We have the intro and verse 1. And then we're going to go ahead and try to figure out a chorus here.
2 hours later.
So now I have an intro, verse, and a chorus. I go back into the verse, and I'm going to hit settings, and I'm going to hit duplicate chord progression, and I'm going to name it verse 2, and just keep everything the same. So now that's there. That's the same progression that we had before. Copy it into the next verse. So hopefully you guys enjoyed listening to that song and watching me make it with the Song app. I would highly recommend getting this app. I think it's a really great tool for any musician or singer-songwriter to have in their tool belt. I will leave a link to the App Store in the description below. Currently it's only for iOS, but hopefully an Android version will be coming out soon. In the meantime, please consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one.